Welcome to the Podcast of Disaster presents OC Talk. I'm your surprise guest host, JCR1216, and joining me are the main co-hosts of OC Talk.
Courte 437.
And I'm filling in for Lord M, who is taking an extended break. I'm Sparky Giraffe8.
And today we have a very special guest here today for OC Talk. It's the infamous Man 1.
Welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Yeah, hope you're doing well today, Infamous.
I'm doing very well.
I heard that you have some OCs to spill.
Yes, I do. I have one right here, and you guys have all seen him. His name is Jose the Coqui.
All right.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw his picture yet. Have you?
I believe we have, but if you want to show the audience, I'll put it in the community recordings chat.
I haven't seen this.
Let's let the audience see.
All right, give me 1 second, please. I'll post them up right now. Here we go.
Oh,
He's a very silly little fella.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
a little goofball. Just a little goofball.
Yes, he is. So this is the first time I've ever done this, so I hope you guys are very kind to me.
It's fine. It's called the Podcast of Disaster for a reason.
All right, yes. So yeah, as you can see him, he's a little guy. Just check out his blank stare right there. Just stare bearing into your soul.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what inspired you to make them?
Well, basically, I live in Puerto Rico. The coqui is our state animal. Yeah, the coqui is our state animal, and I've always loved listening to the sounds of their croaks at night, which help me to sleep at night as well. So, you listen.
And judging by his design, they seem to be very cute.
Oh, yes, they are extremely cute. And they're also super small, like around the size of a penny.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty small.
It's very small, but they're very loud, especially at night. And like you can hear them all throughout the night. And in any case, I've been in the Sonic fandom in a while, and I've never really had an OC to call my own. This often let me feel left out of stuff when it involved OCs, especially in the server for one of the fan comics I work on, which is Sonic Bluestreak. Yeah, do you guys know about that fan comic at all?
I'm not too familiar on that. What's it about?
Basically, it's a reinterpretation of various Sonic fan stuff, Sonic series stuff. Think of it sort of like an ultimate universe where they kind of just smashed all the different interpretations of Sonic, all the variations to try to create something new. I will also be posting on the chat a link to the Twitter page for you guys to check it out. We have the first 2 issues out, so feel free to read them as well. But
maybe that can be a future episode when we have the crew on. You guys can talk about the comic.
Yeah, of course.
I definitely check it out at some point.
Yeah. So in any case, basically we sometimes shoot the breeze over at the server, and it eventually devolves into stuff involving OCs. Since I didn't have my own C, I often felt left out. So basically, yeah, it's hard being a Sonic fan without your very own OC to call your own. So after feeling sad and left out, one of my online friends and another member of the team, Maximum Warp, actually did me a solid and drew up a quick rough draft for an OC that I would call Jose the Coqui. I also wanted them to be distinctly Puerto Rican, hence why the shoes resemble the flag.
I love it.
Those are some very good inspirations for the design.
Yeah, like the shoe design's incredible. Like that's like by far like really good inspiration.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't continue. But I would say, like, what's their lore? Like, if you got any for them?
Oh, I got lore. Trust me. So Jose was born and raised in Puerto Rico, which now canonically exists in the Sonic world thanks to the IDW comics.
Wait, really?
Yes,
That's
it actually does. I don't remember which issue it was, but one of the Sonic artists was able to put in the Puerto Rican flag in the background.
Oh, that's cool.
Of one of the panels. And, since it's Sega approved, that means Puerto Rico exists now in Sonic's world. Okay, so eventually, though, he moved to the islands that all the Sonic stuff takes place in the nebulous world map that they won't ever reveal to us, or they change between games.
Hey, Sega, please release the map. We need it.
Exactly. It would make my life a lot easier in terms of fan work. So now he's working at the Restoration as one of the many hands around that help around the place. when he's not helping out Jewel and the rest in Restoration HQ, he's an indie comic writer whose comics Whisper reads sometimes. I emphasize sometimes because they're very niche. Tingle doesn't at all, though. She prefers more mainstream comics.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's very quiet and always gives that blank stare, making it hard for people to figure out what he's planning. And
It's
he's
like
always...
me.
Yeah. But yeah, he just he's always has that blank expression. Just you can't tell whether he's happy, sad, or anything like that. Sometimes he'll give a thumbs up to indicate that. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. It's just that he's meant to be sort of like just a little guy hanging around in the background doing stuff. But whenever he does show up, he's always like getting everyone on their tippy toes what he's planning, what he's plotting.
That's awesome.
Okay, Courte, I believe you have this next question.
Okay, so does he have a family?
Back in Puerto Rico, he does, but like most of the Sonic casts, they don't really matter. You know how Sega really likes to pretend that Sonic popped out of thin air sometimes.
Oh yeah, there's been numerous counts of that.
Yeah. So a lot of people just assume he's an orphan like everyone else. So when he declares he's going to see his dad who's visiting, everyone is just gobsmacked. Like, you got a family? Yes. Since when? Since always.
Like, I've always had my family. Like, come on.
And you hang out with them willingly? Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
What is their favorite food and activities?
Okay, so despite his tiny frame, he eats a lot. Usually Puerto Rican cuisine like acapullas de carne, bacaladitos, which is like a codfish fried fritter, and empanadillas de jueyes, which is like crab empanadas. Other than that, what he eats, like what his favorite meal is a chuleta cancan, which is like a giant like pork belly pork chop. That's like baked and then deep fried, and the skin is like crackling at the side, and he has that with like rice and beans.
That sounds really good.
That sounds really yummy.
That sounds good.
And it's huge. I got I should show you guys a picture actually. But yeah, it's like very huge. It's like around 2 pounds sometimes, like in terms of like how big it is. But yeah, he eats it all, like all his 3'5", he's basically as tall as Jewel, more or less. He's a tiny little guy.
Huh.
We all love tiny little guys. Yeah, man, that looks so good. I just gained 5 pounds looking at it.
Yeah, you'll never finish it. You'll eat half of it and then just take the rest home.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so
what about activities?
Oh yes. Other than that, in his free time, he writes his indie comics. He reads comics. He reads a lot of them actually, like especially the licensed Raystar comics. Though he doesn't think, he argues with people sometimes online on whether if the rebooted version is better than like the old version that had to be rebooted because of a lawsuit or something. Yeah. He also goes on nice relaxing walks all across the island. He'll come back and he'll leave in 1 minute and then be back in 5 hours saying he crossed the entire island.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And no one ever sees him. They don't know how fast he's going. He just goes and then he comes back, maybe with a souvenir or something. Like a little
really cool.
like a little sippy cup from a juice joint that's on the other side of the island.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He also likes sharpening his kitchen knives, which freaks the heck out of anyone that barges in on him. They'll just go in and they just see him ominously sharpening a knife.
With that blank stare too. It's just perfect.
And he just turns his head slowly.
I think he's watched too much Dexter.
He probably has.
What are you talking about? He's not planning anything malicious, I think.
All right. Does he have any transformations or powers?
Actually, yes, he does. His distinct Koki, sounding ribbit, or croak, can be done as a sonic attack, which packs a physical punch. But he doesn't really use it that much because he's not on the front lines or attacking unless necessary. He's not going to attack unless like someone attacks him, or if there's like a bad neck attack on Restoration HQ.
Mm-hmm.
It makes up for him not having a Wispin because he freaks the wisps out with his stare.
Makes sense.
That's funny.
Sometimes he goes into combat with just his knife. Like he's just carrying the knife.
Makes
yeah,
sense why he sharpens them.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. You never know.
So, Court, why don't you take this next question?
Okay, does he have a job?
Well, restoration is technically community work. He doesn't get paid for that, except for like maybe some charity money that's thrown his way. Sometimes when he's like napping on a bench, people like think he's a hobo, so they hand him some money. But his regular job, though, like that actually gets him like some money to pay for his rent, because unlike what Sega tells you, money is real unless the Chaotix are supporting the entire island's economy. He's a part-time comic writer. He writes for indie comics, sometimes like just run-of-the-mill stuff, like mostly romance comics, actually.
Could you like perhaps give us a name of one?
The Croaks of Passion.
Nice.
With this frog that has majestic skin, so like proposing to all the ladies.
Interesting.
If I had to compare it to anything, it's probably like just one of those shoujo manga that this series called Nozaki-kun makes fun of, basically, like where he's like using the same face and everything. Well, not him,
Okay.
the artist. Like he just writes the most basic like romance stuff, and it's apparently really good because it's got some fans. But the artist only knows like 5 faces, and that's always the problem.
Interesting.
Yeah.
JCR, it's your turn.
Yep, I know. Are they connected, or do they know someone from the canon history of the Sonicverse?
Okay. Yes, they work with Jewel all the time, like helping her out with stuff around like the office, or if like she needs someone to do something in Restoration HQ. He's usually the go-to guy for that. You just go, okay, and just do the job. Because of that, they have a good relationship. She trusts him to like just have something handled if she asks him to do it. And because he's usually running around Restoration HQ doing jobs for Jewel, he knows Belle as well. He's pretty introverted, so when Jewel like tries to strike up small talk with him, he's kind of like very hesitant to speak at all. And Belle knows him through the work, and she's creeped out by his blank stare, but like she thinks that he wants to take her apart or something. Actually, he just thinks she's like the coolest thing ever. Like she's a living puppet with like all this tech hidden inside of her. That's awesome. Also, he makes food and brings them to Restoration HQ sometimes for everyone to share, like little sandwiches, sometimes cookies, that kind of thing.
Nice.
And Tinkle and Whisper often do like take some with them whenever they drop by. Like they don't really have much of a relationship, but they know him as the guy that makes the food in the break room.
Nice. Interesting. Does he have any love interest?
Yes, he does. It's with my other OC, Clash the Iguana. I'll share her in the chat room real quick. Okay, here we go. And she's a punk rock guitarist. She's actually the lead guitarist and vocalist for her punk band, the Broken Eggs.
Broken Egg.
Yeah, Broken Eggs. As you can see on that little emblem on her shirt and her guitar.
Love it.
Yeah. Basically, she's head over heels for Jose. Calls him so manly and handsome. Like she is gobsmacked by him. Like she looks at him and it's like rose filtered. Like everything's pink now. There's roses in the edges of her vision. And he talks in like a deep voice, like, "My dear, can you please pass the milk?"
Is that a reference to the Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse comics?
Yeah. How old is this milk? Basically, she thinks he's a guy that knows what's going on with life with such deep thoughts about everything he sees. The rest of her band and everyone that knows her just looks at Jose with his short height and blank stare and wonders where the heck she gets any of that from. Like they think she's nuts.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and she's basically as tall as Vanilla, so it makes it even funnier.
That's very cute and wholesome. Do they have a rival? This is your question. I almost stepped over you. My bad.
No worries. Does he have a rival or an enemy?
Oh yes, he does actually. It's his evil doppelganger, Juan Dokoki, which I'm posting in the chat. He's there. He's Jose's Moebius counterpart. His distinct features are, of course, his mustache, which is totally not drawn on by marker, and the American flag shoes. Rather than being a writer, Juan is a comic artist, but draws like Rob Liefeld. He can't draw feet for anything, and everyone's all muscular. And he gets hired by all the big name publishers over on Moebius, unlike Jose, who's stuck with the indie crowd.
Okay, question. No, why does he have like American flag design shoes? What's the deal with that? Just curious.
Well, it's basically like just playing on Puerto Rico. Like Puerto Ricans are like very prideful of their culture and especially the flag.
Mm-hmm.
While Juan basically like threw all that out, and you can see that with the American shoes.
I see.
Yeah. Although if you put the two in a room together, take out the mustache, trade Juan's shoes and gloves for Jose's, you can barely tell them apart since they basically do act the same. Like
interesting.
It'll be like can't tingle a gun, and she's more likely to shoot Jose than Juan. And Jewel is like, awesome. Are you for real? You've met him. I can't tell.
That's awesome.
Do they have any fan art?
Actually, they do. Mostly from my fellow server members over on Bluestreak. Specifically from my friends Churro, who drew those two, who drew both Jose and Clash. She's drawn a couple fan arts for them. I'm posting them in the chat room. Just give it a second. It's loading. And as you can see, one of them is their future wedding. Of course, Jose is the one wearing the wedding dress.
Oh, that's adorable.
Also, of course, there's Maximum Warp, who drew like the first couple like beta drawings of Jose, like before we got his design solid. Okay, that was a good base. We worked it from there. And then there's my other friend, KC, who unfortunately commits the crime of mischaracterizing him by making him emote.
Oh no!
Yeah, no. I'll never forgive her for that. It's utter butchering. Also, there's Gordon, who made this little thing, where we got the knife thing from. He broke the jar. Yamcha's just taking a nap. Ignore that.
What is that? Yeah, just broke the jar.
And also, there's this one meme that I got recently. Yeah, you get a lot of mileage out of him.
That's awesome. That's very wholesome and cute.
Really is.
If you don't, before you get to your final question, is there anything more you want to talk about the Lady Iguana, or do you want to save that for a potential sequel?
Well, we can talk about it like right now if you guys want to hear about her.
That would be fine. That's fine by me.
I'm fine with that.
All right, yes. So this is all unscripted, so please forgive me if I just sound like I'm rambling.
No worries.
You're good.
All right, so basically, unlike Jose, Clash is also like Jose, Clash is also Puerto Rican. She moved into the islands though at a very young age, so she barely speaks Spanish. She moved due to a particular hurricane, and while on the islands, she basically started her punk band, the Broken Eggs. She's very anti-authoritarian. Basically, she once did a concert over in Station Square, called a couple gun soldiers fascists, and spent the night in jail. She loves going around concerts, and once this particular piece of lore I love bringing up because it's just so funny. She once did like a charity concert at Restoration HQ, and they decided to open with a particular Dead Kennedy song about a certain kind of punk. Cheese was in the crowd. She did inform Jewel that they do this. So Cream learned a few new words.
Oh no!
Vanilla's gonna be pissed.
Oh, she was. Actually, I would like to share the photo, some of her bandmates, which I actually was able to commission from Churro as well. I'll share them in community notes. Okay, here we go. Their names are in order. So hold on one second. Sorry about this. My bad.
It's fine, man. Podcast episodes are usually speed up by 1.3 speed, so anything will seem small to the audience.
Yeah. Their names are Kennedy the Hedgehog, which you can see there. It's basically like a she's basically like a punk version of Johnny Bravo. That's not eyeshadow. Those are black eyes from like the times he got punched by women that he was hitting on.
Oh dang.
Yeah. Then there's Ramon the Red Panda, and there's Misfit the Hyena. And they are the secondary guitarist, the bassist, and the drummer in that order. But yeah, she's very cool. And I've commissioned a lot of art from her. I'm just gonna share it as well. Just give me 1 second, please. And one of her favorite dishes is actually budin, which is like bread pudding, and you can see that is her enjoying it.
Nice.
And those are some stuff I commissioned of her.
Pretty nice.
And basically, I just want to do another OC of another Puerto Rican animal, which is, though I will point out that iguanas are invasive species, but it's still an animal I see constantly over here in Puerto Rico. And I just realized that their spines make like a perfect mohawk, which would be perfect for a punk rock character.
It's very creative.
Very much.
Yeah.
Well, let's go jump back to Jose for a second.
Yeah.
And what do you want him to be at the end of your story?
Well,
your history.
Well, he's a low-key guy. Just wants to do his job, live comfortably, make a career out of his writing. So in the future, I wouldn't mind seeing him settle down with Clash. Not that it'll take away from her punk energy or personality, because I always hate it whenever like any type of series, be they like manga, anime, or like even like series on our side of the pond, like take like a tomboy or punkish girl character and just have her be like hit with like boring female housewife Ray.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how else to like put it. Like if you know, you know. Like if I had to put it, like Videl from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I was about to say that, like Videl from Dragon Ball, where they just butchered her character.
Exactly, the boring housewife Ray.
Yeah.
So she'll be touring, and she'll be making her money while he makes money off of his writing gigs. That's basically what he's like. Although I don't really like introduce them in my story, at least not yet. In my fanfic Rediscovered Frontiers, they are in the background. At least I headcanon they are. Though they aren't, like, at most they're just like in the periphery, like looking at all the craziness from the outside.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically it. Like nothing big for them.
Well, all right then.
Is there anything else you guys would like to learn?
Is there anything that you want to get out into the world?
Well, just that. As I mentioned before, I am the Infamous Man. I've been the writer of an Archie IDW crossover fanfic called Rediscovered Frontiers for a couple of years now, and that's what got me into Sonic fandom and allowed me to become an editor on the Sonic Bluestreak, on the Sonic Bluestreak fan comic. And I'm also doing some other projects for. I think I announced this on Twitter. So I am also a writer for Archie Sonic Online and Archie Sonic Restored. So although none of my scripts have been published yet, I am looking forward to you guys, hoping you guys will see them in the future.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
more
he
thing.
would.
This is just a little silly thing. What are your thoughts on Lanofish?
She is perfection.
Yay. Yes.
Look, like, how can you like make lanolin any better? You make her a fish.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's
Well,
just
that
peak.
one.
Sorry.
It's fine. Yes, Lanofish is very peak. We all love the Lanofish. Well, thank you again, Infamous, for joining this episode of OC Talk. Please, once again, give a warm welcome to Sparky Giraffe8 in this new temporary, but probably full-time role even afterwards of OC Talk. And thank you again for watching this episode. And as always, be good to yourselves, others, and mothers, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Thank you
everybody.
for having me.